You might have seen COBOL's been in the news recently, but why is that? Does anyone even use COBOL? Well, let's have a look. Now this week, Anthropic announced that Claude can now help you understand and write COBOL. Now, that's an interesting claim because do you hear about many companies using COBOL? Why is this so important? Well, it was definitely important to IBM, who saw their stock drop about 13% after this announcement, not what the shareholders want to see. But what does that all mean? So let's look into the history of COBOL and understand why it's so important even though it's 66 years old, and why Anthropic has decided to introduce it to Claude. Now, a few days ago, Anthropic dropped this blog post about how AI helps break the cost barrier to COBOL modernization. And really what this is all about is helping people understand and educate themselves about COBOL, because there isn't lots of information about it in the same way that there is for things like JavaScript. You're not going to find YouTube tutorials on COBOL in quite the same way. Now, COBOL's been around for a long time, 66 years to be precise, and it's used in places that you wouldn't traditionally think. As you can see from this article, Anthropic is saying that it's used in 95% of ATM transactions in the US, which is crazy to think that machines like this still are powered by this programming language, despite the fact that maybe more modern optimized languages are available. But the thing is, COBOL works really well for these scenarios. Being able to process all of these different transactions really efficiently and really quickly, it does that really well. And so there's kind of no need to change it to a different language. I mean, another way to think about it as well is the amount of cost involved in migrating to a new language. There's just too much risk involved. If it's working, why change it? You're just solving a problem that didn't exist. But you do run into a problem, and as you can see, they have specified it. I mean, imagine some of you watching this, have you ever written any COBOL? Probably not. This is the problem. Despite the fact that lots of very critical infrastructure uses COBOL, less and less people know how to write it. So what do you do about that scenario? Well, IBM offer lots of support around COBOL. They allow you to have systems to run it, mainframes, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into super detail about that, but IBM are sort of will help you, and that's a key part of their business. However, as you can see, Anthropic thought they would come and disrupt, you could say. And as you can see, it's definitely making IBM maybe rethink how they're doing things, because now they aren't just the market leader. There are other people who might be involved here. So definitely something to keep an eye on as the AI bubble continues to grow. Now, the thing that's interesting about COBOL is even though it's 66 years old and some of the ways that it works is quite outdated, you could say, it's still getting maintained. In fact, IBM's one of the main maintainers for the language. It had a release in 2023, which was only a few years ago, and gets releases every few years when necessary. Along with those ATM transactions, it's also primarily used in sort of government and financial institutes such as banks. So I think it's worth having a look now to see if Claude really does know COBOL, and if we can put it to the test to generate us some code, and then we can run that to see if it will work. Now, in case you're new to COBOL, here's what it looks like. I've got it inside Orchestra here, inside of a Docker container, and this container's got this GNU COBOL package that's going to give us the tooling we need to be able to compile it and then execute it. Now, I'm also a novice at COBOL, so do take this with a pinch of salt. But basically, the first 7 columns of each line are reserved. They all represent something. I mean, back in the day, this was all done on punch cards, so bear that in mind. And the 7th column is always blank, I believe. Now, the cool thing about this tool is you can write it without having to do those 7 first columns as the reserved columns. Instead, you can just do it like this, where you can just write it like a normal programming language. And by adding the -3 argument here, it will compile it as necessary. So if I just quickly execute this now, and we'll see it's going to run this basic hello world example, and we'll be able to see that in the logs. It's just going to install that package to begin with, and then once it's installed the package, we'll be able to see the log. And there you go. We've got our hello from Kestra log message at the bottom here. So yes, You can run COBOL on your own machine. In fact, I'm automating it here with Kestra to show that even a tool like Kestra can run code that is 66 years old. And we can see again, with the -free argument, we can also execute it without needing all of these reserved columns as well. Now, hello world examples are great and all, but I'm curious to see, can we do a slightly more realistic example? So here I've got Claude up in the web here, and I've asked it to give me some COBOL examples. I've told it here to do an ATM example, which kind of is quite fitting thanks to the Claude blog post. And you can see here it's generated a load of different code for me. Now, it wasn't perfect. I did try and execute this and it wouldn't compile, so we went a little bit backwards and forwards. But if we have a quick look here, I do have it running. I can in fact compile it like so. It does have a warning, but we'll ignore that. But then if I just run main, you can see it does in fact work. It is working as we'd expect. It says to enter the pin. I don't know what the pin is. Let's say I just type in 4, incorrect, and you can see it works, right? It's generated this COBOL and I'm running it on a Mac. That's not something that I imagine people thought of when COBOL got first invented, but it works, and it works very effectively. Now, this is using that same package that we had previously, the GNU COBOL one, which basically is compiling it into C and then using C to execute it on a modern operating system. Now, I thought I'd try something a little bit different. We've now successfully executed some COBOL. We've just got a simple hello world example, but the whole point of all of this news is the fact that Claude AI can actually generate COBOL for you and help you understand it. So I've got an example here in Kestra that I'm going to ask it a prompt. In this example, I'm just going to use a hello world example. And using the AI agent inside of Kestra, it's going to generate me a COBOL file and actually save it to the file system using this Docker MCP client. And then I can use the same task we had previously to actually execute that code. So here, all I've got to do is provide it with a prompt. It's going to generate the file and then execute it for me. Pretty neat. Let's have a look at it in action. So there's my prompt. I press execute and we can see it begins to generate the COBOL. And once this task has completed, we can actually go over to outputs and view the file before it executes, just to see what it looks like, to understand if it's in that format we'd expect. So here under output files, we can actually see this is the file. It's got those 7 reserved columns that we expect to see, and it says hello world, quite similar to the example that we had previously. And we're actually just using the Claude provider here. As you can see, we've got using Sonnet 4.6 to be able to generate this example. And we can see it has successfully run. If we go to the bottom of the logs, after it installs all the packages, we can see it says hello world. Pretty cool. So yes, Claude can actually generate and educate you about COBOL. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this and if you've used COBOL before. I'm curious to understand if people have, if they haven't, maybe this is the first time you're hearing about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the Kestra YouTube channel. It helps us out a load.